October 19th, 1987. Black Monday. While the world watched $500 billion evaporate in 6 hours, one trader made $100 million. Same market, same panic, same chaos. But here's what nobody tells you about that day. The trade that saved him wasn't made that morning, it was made 3 years earlier. With no money, no broker, no chart, just a single decision about who he'd become when everything collapsed. And if you don't make that same trade in the next 10 minutes, you'll spend your life wondering why traders with worse strategies retire rich while you keep blowing up accounts. Stay with me, because what I'm about to show you isn't in any trading book. Let's begin. Pull up your trading history right now. Count every trade you've made. Hundreds? Thousands? Here's the truth that'll mess with your head. None of those were your most important trade. Michael Marcus proved this. Started with $700. Blew it. Borrowed more. Blew that too. 7 times. Same guy. Same intelligence. But on attempt 8, something shifted. Not his strategy, his identity. He stopped trying to prove he was smart and started proving he could follow rules. That invisible shift turned $30,000 into $80 million. So what trade did he make that you're missing? Before I revealed that, you need to see what happens when smart traders ignore it. Welcome to Stick Trader Mind, where we master the right mindset for trading. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos. Nick Leeson, a very brilliant trader, authorized by Barings Bank, lost over $1 billion in weeks. But here's what should terrify you. He didn't start risking billions. He started by hiding a $20,000 loss, just 20 grand, because admitting that mistake felt impossible. So he made another trade to fix it. Then another, each one justified by the pain of being wrong. By the time he stopped, he'd destroyed a bank that survived 2 world wars. The market didn't kill Barings. Nick's inability to take a loss did. Now be honest, when was the last time you moved a stop just a little? Or doubled down on a loser? That wasn't strategy. That was Nick Leeson, and it's about to happen again, unless you understand what comes next. But there's a bigger lie destroying your account right now. Richard Dennis made hundreds of millions trend following. Then he did something insane. He taught 23 random people, an actor, a security guard, a blackjack dealer, his exact system. Same rules, same capital, same mentor. The results? Some made millions. Others lost everything. If systems were the answer, they'd all be rich. Ed Seykota turned $5,000 into $15 million using moving averages. Basic stuff you learned week 1. Meanwhile, traders with AI algorithms are bleeding daily. The truth: your system is probably good enough. The question is, are you good enough for your system? Victor Niederhofer, Harvard PhD, Soros's protege, had brilliant systems. But his execution was poisoned by needing to be the smartest guy in the room. Made fortunes. Lost everything. Twice. The 95% chase better systems. The 5% improve their ability to execute. But execution requires something most traders never develop. And this is where the math gets disturbing. Walk into a casino at 2 a.m. Watch the dealers lose all night. Notice their faces? Completely flat. They know something gamblers don't. Individual outcomes are meaningless. Only the math matters. Now watch yourself trade. Stomach knots on red. Heart races on green. You're not thinking like the house. Mark Douglas taught this for decades. There is a random distribution between wins and losses for any given edge. Your next trade might lose even if your edge is solid. By trade 5, you're either paralyzed or revenge trading. Not because your edge failed, because you failed to think in probabilities. Monroe Trout averaged 70% annual returns for a decade. His secret? I don't care about being right on any single trade. I care about executing thousands where probability favors me. But accepting randomness is only half. You still need an actual edge. And you can't buy one. You have to forge it in blood. Stop looking for edges in Discord and from the Lambo guys. Stop copying setups. An edge isn't discovered. It's forged through your unique scars. Michael Marcus built his by losing everything 7 times. Each blow-up taught him about himself. His weakness for averaging down. His need to be right. William O'Neill spent decades perfecting CanSlim. 7 variables. While others chased complexity, he refined simplicity. His edge wasn't finding new patterns. It was recognizing the same pattern thousands of times. Here's your assignment. Review your last 50 trades. Where did you make money consistently? That's your edge trying to reveal itself. But your edge must match your psychology. The most profitable edge is worthless if you can't execute it consistently. Understanding reflexivity. Traders are different, so are edges. Trade your strengths, not someone else's system. But even the sharpest edge dies in the spiral. And this is where careers end. Every trader has a breaking point. Paul Tudor Jones punched his screen after a huge loss early on. The spiral starts small when a loss challenges your identity. Ego demands you prove yourself. Rules get bent. Position sizes increase. Stops get ignored, and accounts implode. Stanley Druckenmiller lost $3 billion in the tech crash. But he came back. How? He didn't try to make it back quickly. He rebuilt slowly, like a fighter returning from injury. The recovery protocol he used: Hour 1 to 24. Close everything. Shut down platforms. Leave physically. No charts, no news. Day 2 to 3. Document the sequence. Find the trigger. Track the emotions. Week 2. Build circuit breakers. Create if-then protocols. Week 3. Trade 10% of normal size. Only high-probability setups. Focus on execution, not profit. Richard Dennis said, when you're losing, you can't turn it around with one trade. You just have to get singles. The traders who last 20+ years aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who fail better each time. But there's something more dangerous than the spiral. And it kills more successful traders than losses ever will. Success in trading creates a unique problem. The better you get, the more dangerous you become to yourself. Nothing corrupts discipline faster than a swelling account and a swelling head. Paul Tudor Jones scaled from thousands to billions. But notice what didn't scale: his paranoia. He remained terrified of big losses. I think I am the single most conservative investor on earth. That paranoia kept him alive. Warning signs: you're scaling ego, skipping prep work, taking obvious trades without analysis, increasing risk just this once, feeling invincible after wins. The test: can you take the same percentage loss at your new size without emotional damage? If losing 1% at $1 million feels worse than 1% at $100,000, you're not ready. Scale mechanically, not emotionally. Your identity shouldn't change with account size. But to maintain this through decades, you need something beyond discipline. And this is what separates 20-year traders from 2-year traders. After 10,000 hours, something shifts. Charts speak a language beyond words. You sense moves before they manifest. Paul Tudor Jones called the 1987 crash with precision. Not through models, but through feel. Years of observation trained his subconscious to recognize danger. His gut knew. He made 60% while markets crashed 22%. But here's critical. Intuition isn't emotion. It's compressed expertise. I feel bullish equals emotion. Something's off equals intuition earned through decades. Soros called it the ache, physical discomfort when positions were wrong. But beware false intuition. Every amateur thinks they have gut feelings. Usually it's hope, fear, or greed in disguise. Real intuition whispers. Fake intuition shouts. For 1 month, journal every gut feeling before you act. Note what you sensed, how it felt, what happened. After 30 days, you'll separate real intuition from noise. Intuition only emerges when you stop forcing it. Focus on process. Honor rules. Pay attention without attachment. One day, you'll just know, and you won't know how. That's mastery. But even mastery serves something greater, because once you've conquered the game, why keep playing? After all the systems, discipline, evolution, every great trader faces one question: what's the point? Jim Rogers retired at 37, had all the money he needed, but kept studying markets. Not for profit, for understanding. Markets are laboratories of human nature, brutal teachers of reality. They show how the world actually works versus how we wish it worked. Ray Dalio built the world's largest hedge fund. But his greatest creation? His principles: universal truths discovered through markets. What trading really teaches: emotional mastery, function rationally under pressure, transfers to negotiations, relationships, life. Reality acceptance: markets don't care about opinions. This brutal honesty becomes a superpower. Process thinking: success from repetitive excellence, not sporadic brilliance. Risk intelligence: understanding probability practically, not theoretically. Humility plus confidence: confidence in process, humility about outcomes. Michael Marcus said, "Trading gives you the opportunity to learn about yourself in ways no other endeavor can. It's immediate, real, and unforgiving. But if you survive and thrive, you emerge transformed." The market was never your enemy, it was your teacher. It demanded you face every weakness, challenged every assumption, punished every delusion. If you survived, you gained something priceless: a trained mind, a disciplined spirit, an educated intuition, the knowledge that you can handle whatever comes, in markets or life. The most important trade was never about money. It was about who you became in the pursuit. That's the only trade that truly matters. If you're still here, you've separated yourself from the 95%. So here's the challenge. Don't let this be another video you consume and forget. Tomorrow morning, before markets open, write, what am I really trading? The market or myself? Choose one principle to implement for 30 days. Document it publicly. Comment, I'm building the edge within. For the next 30 days, I commit to a specific action. Maybe journaling every trade. Maybe honoring stops without exception. Maybe walking away after 2 losses. Pick one thing. Master it. Stack the next. Share this with one trader who's ready for truth. Not gamblers chasing quick wins. That person grinding in silence, searching for the missing piece. They need to hear, the missing piece isn't in the market. It's in the mirror. Subscribe for more uncomfortable truths. This channel isn't for the masses. It's for the few who understand. Mastery isn't a destination. It's a daily practice. Remember, you're not trading the market. You're trading yourself. The market keeps score. Your job is to become someone worth betting on.